Trebar Gardens are spectacular subtropical gardens and are located on the southwest coast of Cornwall, within a few minutes' drive of Falmouth, between the village of Mornan Smith and the Helford estuary. Trebar Gardens and the Helford River featured in Caroline Quinton's TV series on Cornwall in 2013. The extreme southwest of Cornwall has one of the mildest climates in the British Isles, resulting in many exotic plants flourishing that cannot survive in other parts of the country. The 26 acres of Trebar Garden that sweep down through a wooded valley to the shores of the beautiful Helford estuary contain many such plants. Acclaimed as being one of the finest gardens in the world, they are best known for their spectacular spring display of 100-year-old camellias, magnolias and rhododendrons. This is followed later in the year by an expansive swathe of stunning blue and white hydrangeas that coat the valley floor in Hydrangea Valley. Mass stands of bamboo and giant gunnera plants, exotic tree ferns, palms, borders of exotic shrubs and flowers, including a special display of South American flowering plants and a series of enchanting ponds, are just some of the features of the garden to be enjoyed by visitors. The view up the valley from the Mallard Pond towards the house over the picturesque bridge is well known. Construction of an open-air amphitheatre began in 2012. The history of Trebar dates from 1831, when Trebar was acquired by the Fox family, who built Glendurgan Garden. Trebar was the first laid-out pleasure garden by Charles Fox, a Quaker polymath of enormous creative energy, who paid meticulous attention to the exact positioning of every tree. His son-in-law, Edmund Blackhouse, MP for Darlington, took the work further. In 1907, Trebar was bought by Charles Hawkins Hext and inherited on his death in 1917 by his wife Alice, who died in 1939. From 1939 to 1981, the garden fell into decline, since the substantial Trebar estate was sold off in small packages, of which the house and garden was one. During the Second World War, Trebar was used for military purposes, and the assault on Obama Beach in Normandy was launched from Pollywinden Beach, at the foot of Trebar Garden. Looe, which in Cornish means deep water inlet, is a small coastal town and fishing port in the former Caradon district of south-east Cornwall. Even in this day and age, Looe remains a fishing town and has retained several fish dealers operating from the quayside of East Looe. With its fleet of small fishing boats returning their catches to the port daily, Looe has a reputation for procuring excellent fresh fish. The town is also a centre for shark fishing and is the home of the Shark Angling Club of Great Britain. Looe's main business today is tourism, with much of the town given over to hotels, guest houses and holiday homes, along with a large number of pubs and extremely good restaurants. Minions is a small village situated high up on Bodmin Moor in southeast Cornwall. Most of the village is over 300 metres above sea level, and it is therefore the highest village in Cornwall. The name Minions derives from Minions Mound, a barrow at the west end of the village. The area surrounding Minions is beautiful countryside, offering a wealth of archaeological interest, from early Bronze Age to the tin and copper mining which finished early in the last century. The products of the mines and quarries were taken from the area to Liskeard and then on to Looe for shipping on the Liskeard and Caradon Railway, built around 1844. The tracks are long gone. It closed in 1916, but the railway makes an excellent way of seeing the area by either walking, cycling or on horseback. St Nectan's Glen is an area of outstanding natural beauty. Walk to the waterfall and hermitage through an ancient woodland with ivy-clad trees and along the banks of the River Trevillit as it sparkles and gurgles busily on its journey to the sea. St Nectan's Glen is a place where animals and birds play amid a mysticism of fairies, pixies and spirits, serenaded by the wonderful sound of birdsong. The area has been appointed a site of special scientific interest due to the rare specimens of plants. Once at the Hermitage, enjoy a well-deserved cream tea or coffee and visit the shop or gallery for gifts to take home and visit the meditation room for a time of self-reflection. Finally, wander down to the waterfall and experience one of Cornwall's hidden treasures, one of nature's beauties unspoilt by man. Whether you're on a pilgrimage or a day out, the reward is in nature's embrace. In the centre of Devon County, England, near the northern border of Dartmoor, there was once a farmstead on the River Oakmont. It grew into a little township known as Oakhampton. Just outside Oakhampton, standing guard on a wooden spur overlooking the rushing waters of the River Oakmont, is the haunted Oakhampton Castle. This imposing structure of stone began as a simple moat and bailey castle in the 14th century. Hugh Courtenay, Earl of Devon, developed it into a luxury residence. Then in 1538, Henry Courtenay, the last owner of the castle, got on the wrong side of Henry VIII. The owner became headless and the castle became ownerless. Without anyone to maintain it, Oakhampton Castle decayed into the ruin that it is today, complete with its fair share of paranormal sightings.